Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Biology with Venus. Today's topic, आज का टॉपिक है प्रोटीन सीक्वेंसिंग. So let's start with the MCQs. Question number 1. Choose the mismatch. Options are, so the correct match, we don't have to choose the correct match, we have to select the mismatch, right? So the mismatch is the first one, phenyl isothiocyanate, hydrolysis of peptide bonds on the carboxyl side of lysine and arginine residue. It's not a hydrolysis of peptide bond on carboxyl side chain. Question number 2. Which of the following statements are correct about Edmond reaction? So let's read. Edmond reaction. The peptide does not have to be hydrolyzed for recovery of the reacted N-terminal amino acid. That's correct. The derivative of N-terminal amino acid is identified by its fluorescent properties. That's not correct. The reaction can be carried out repeatedly on the same sample of the peptide for sequencing. That's correct. The reaction can be used in reverse of the synthesis for the synthesis of peptides. That's not correct. So correct answers are about the Edmond reactions are, the peptide does not have to be hydrolyzed for the recovery of reacted N-terminal amino acid, and the reaction can be carried out repeatedly on the same sample of the peptide for the sequencing. So option C is the correct answer. Question number 3. A protein treated with fluorodinitrobenzene FDNB and subjected to acid hydrolysis yield two different amino acids with their alpha amino group linked to DNB. A reasonable explanation for this result is that, so the options are, the protein contain more than one free amino acid. No. The protein contain more than one N-terminal amino acid. Yeah, that's right answer. So our right answer is B. Read again. A protein treated with fluorodinitrobenzene FDNB and subjected to acid hydrolysis yield two different amino acids with their alpha amino group linked to DNB. A reasonable explanation for this is the protein contain more than one N-terminal amino acid. Move on to question number 4. N-terminal amino acids are usually determined by Sanger's method using, if you had read about the Sanger's method, you know that correct answer is using fluoro-2,4-dinitrobenzene or densyl chloride. Question number 5. A polypeptide is reduced by beta-mercaptoethanol to yield two peptide fragments with the following sequences. So let's read the two fragments on the screen. Here are the two segments on the screen, fragment 1 and fragment 2. The non-reduced polypeptide is digested with thermolysin and yield the following fragments. So non-reduced polypeptide is digested with thermolysin, yields them. Indicate the positive positions of disulfide bridge in the polypeptide. Okay. So the disulfide bridge, which is the correct one? Right? So A is our right answer. This is the correct disulfide bridge. C to C, C to C, C to C. Right? So this is the right correct answer is A. Question number 6. Chymotrypsin is in the small intestine hydrolysis peptide linkage containing phenylalanine. Chymotrypsin is a small intestine hydrolysis peptide linkage containing phenylalanine. Question number 7. Histone have very high percentage of arginine and lysine residue, 15 to 30%. For this class of proteins, which of the following reagent would be suitable choice for generating peptides in the determination of the amino acid sequence of the protein? So which of the following reagent is the best suited? Right? So the option is trypsin, arginine and lysine in histones. Question number 8. The cleavage of the following peptide with chymotrypsin. This is a sequence of peptide. Results in, if this peptide is been cleavage by chymotrypsin, it will result in 3 fragments. Right? How 3 fragments? So let's see. If you can see the sequence and chymotrypsin and the function of chymotrypsin, how it works, you will come to know. Next, move on to the next question. Question number 9. The peptide alanine, arginine, lysine, and this is the peptide structure. Upon treatment with cyanogen bromide produces, and cyanogen bromide will change its structure and it will be converted into this one, the 2 peptides, right? This plus this, it will cut into half. So it will cut into half from methionine and threonine. Question number 10. A group of scientists have identified the following peptide having anti-cancerous property: leucine, phenylalanine, aspartate, glycine, lysine, histidine, glutamate, alanine. Further work has indicated that its anti-cancerous activity can be increased by hydrolysing the leucine phenylalanine dipeptide from the protein. Choose the most appropriate approach to achieve this objective. So, by chymotrypsin hydrolysis of the protein. Question number 11. For determining the C-terminal amino acid of polypeptide chain, the reagent that would be useful is the reagent determining the C-terminal amino acid of a polypeptide chain. The reagent that would be useful is carboxypeptidase. C-terminal, determining C-terminal, carboxypeptidase. Question number 12. What will be the polypeptide sequence that generated the following result? Acid hydrolysis, carboxyl peptidase digestion, trypsin digestion, C and Br treatment. So these are the sequence of amino acids and peptides. So the resultant will be, after acting all this generated, the following result is D: alanine, arginine, serine, phenyl, lysine, methionine, serine, alanine. Okay, so the correct answer is D. Okay friends, so this is all for today. In our next video, we will go with amino acid metabolism. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and if you have any suggestion, please comment me. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.